Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here. Coming at you with another binder reveal video. This is going to be for another binder for my Baseball Stars binder project, which I started about 2 years ago. Then had to sell some of the collection, and then I'm starting all over again. This will be players with the last name starting with S through T, and then we have one more binder that goes all the way to Z after this one. I've been doing some card sorting today, so I added some new cards to it. So there's a few more pages in there, but I just want to share with you what I've got so far, and you can kind of just get a little insight on my collection. So, um, again, there's some of these guys, you may not consider as stars, but I um, either grew up watching them and just really like them, or consider that they had good enough stats for me to include in this binder, kind of do like a little bit of a PC of them. So for this binder, we start with CC Sabathia, who probably based on his statistics, even with the high 3 ERA, kind of hovering around 4, will probably still make the Hall of Fame, I would think. But because of how many wins he has and longevity, I think he would have a good shot. So it's pretty cool. A guy that I decided to, I guess you can call induct into my Baseball Stars binder is Brett Saberhagen, who at one point was like one of the most dominant right-handed pitchers in the 80s. Kind of battled some injuries there. Went to the Rockies, which is not a good place to go for a pitcher, and had some good seasons, had some bad seasons, but was a really solid pitcher for a while. So wanted to include him. So we have a few pages of his stuff. And what I'd like to do, there shouldn't be any duplicates in here. There might be parallels or inserts, things like that. If I see cards that are in better shape, I will swap them out for, like say if I had this Chris Sale in a better shape than that one, and I'll swap it out for another one if I get another one in the future. But for the most part, just pretty much every card goes in here, other than duplicates. We got Tim Salmon, who was kind of like, for a little bit, the Mike Trout of 1993. He's a big-time ball player. Sadly, his knees just kind of gave out and just wasn't the same player. But still, put up good numbers regardless. We got Gary Sanchez, however, he might be coming out of here depending on how he does this year. He had a really horrible 2020 season. Now, I know the season was only 60 games, so it's kind of a small sample size, but yeah, he hit well below 200. So we'll see how he does. He's not very good on defense, so he does not have defensive upside. It's pretty much just all power. So we'll see how he does this year. We got Deion Sanders, mainly because of his football, but he was a popular baseball player. Stole lots of bases. Wasn't really particularly a good hitter necessarily, but had a lot of speed that made him valuable. So I think he's cool enough to put in this binder, even for baseball. We got him in the Hall of Fame football binder. But for baseball, I think it's okay to put him in there based on that. We got Johan Santana, who is, of course, an excellent Twins and Mets pitcher. Career kind of cut short to injuries as well. Got Benito Santiago, played a long time, pretty solid catcher. Put up really good statistics for a catcher. Not going to be a Hall of Fame or anything, but still was very good. And had those years where he was really good, and then kind of was normal, and then just really good again. So not enough, I guess, consistency, but still solid player. Then we got Mad Max Scherzer here. Definitely, I would imagine would be a Hall of Famer, based on the way the way the Hall of Fame looks at starters now. They're probably not going to get 250 or 300 wins anymore. They might get close to 200 if they last long enough, but guys are pitching shorter innings, relievers are pitching longer, so we'll see. See how that kind of trend of baseball goes. We got Curt Schilling, who has this shot at making the Hall of Fame this year. I'm not sure where the voting is at the moment. I know he gets a lot of flack for things said off the field. I guess apparently he's a conservative. I consider myself a conservative, but some of the things I've heard him say, I don't know if that necessarily aligns with conservatism, but maybe I was just listening to the wrong sound bites. I have no idea. So I guess I'd have to do more research on him before I can assume a position. But personally, I think, just based on his on-field performance, he's Hall of Fame worthy. Kyle Schwarber, again, another guy we'll see this year how he does. He was let go by the Cubs. We'll see who he signs with. I don't know if he's signed with anybody yet, but kind of a guy that might be on his way out of this binder if he just keeps falling into mediocrity. Now, another guy who played his way back into my binder is Corey Seager, who had an amazing 2020 campaign, amazing playoff run. It was just ridiculous. So hopefully he can continue that. I'd really like to see him have success. He's a really good player. Then I decided to add his brother Kyle. Kind of had a down year, but he can hit a lot of home runs, and plus defender. Gets a little better at hitting every year, so except for 2020. But we'll see. So we'll see if he stays in there. Luis Severino, I believe he's coming off an injury, but we'll see if he can retain his old form. So we got a few cards of his. Gary Sheffield. Would like to actually see him make the Hall of Fame. I know there's the cloud of steroids above him, but I think eventually they'll overlook that and just, I mean, if you think about it, it's not like baseball didn't know that this was going on. I wouldn't even be surprised if they were encouraging these guys to, take this stuff, to bring back fans, for after that strike in 1994, make it more exciting with home runs and stuff. And so, I mean, pitchers were using them, hitters were using them. I mean, obviously you had to go against guys, some guys that worked for, some guys that didn't work for him. So it's not to say that because you take steroids, you're automatically a good player. I mean, look at guys like Luis Gonzalez, who played for the Rockies. Well, not the Luis Gonzalez from the Diamondbacks, or I think Matt Herges, another Rockies player, took steroids. They were not very good. So, I mean, can't really base off of that. So, I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel. How do you, go ahead and leave comments down below. How do you feel about electing some of the guys? Not like Ken Caminiti, Jose Canseco, I would say no. Mark McGwire, maybe. Probably not, though. But, I mean, guys like Gary Sheffield, Barry Bonds, Roger. I don't think Roger Clemens did, but I don't know. Just guys like that. So, let me know. I'd like to hear your opinions. I got a whole bunch of Ruben Sierra, which I did also recently induct in here. Was kind of like supposed to be good with the Rangers, was somewhat decent, and then kind of hit stride finally and was doing pretty well there with the Oakland A's and stuff, and then just kind of finished out his career kind of basically as a DH, but he was still a good, solid player for a long time. So I got quite a few pages of his. I bought a box or something, and there was like a ton of Ruben Sierra cards in there. Way more than this. There was like multiples of these cards. So I had like a huge Ruben Sierra collection. Not anymore. I don't have those boxes. I got Bill Skowron. I just have one so far. Just got 3 cards of Reggie Smith. So I'll still need to work on some of these guys' pages. Got Blake Snell. He's now on the Padres, who pretty much have a super team now. If they don't win the World Series, I'd be absolutely shocked. I've got Alfonso Soriano, who we got actually quite a few of. He came in that Cubs lot that I bought from the eBay seller, and I'm still going through cards from that. I still have 2 boxes I haven't even opened. Yeah, so I need to go through those. I don't even remember what I bought. But yeah, I still have 2 cards just sitting there, unopened, of just baseball cards. So, and they've been like that for months. So you're probably like, Caleb, you're crazy. I got Michael Soroka. We'll see how he does too. See if he stays in here. Sammy Sosa. Now, see, this is a guy, I don't know, it's debatable. The Hall of Fame as well. For guys like Sammy Sosa, so we'll see. Of course, he was a big time baseball player, late 90s, early 2000s, man. He was one of the biggest baseball players in the hobby, in the sport. I used to have a TY Beanie Baby of him, a larger Beanie Baby. My mom bought me when I was like 5 or something like that, 6. I had it for a long time, and then it kept getting, I think the dog got a hold of it and ripped it open, so yeah. It wasn't Duke, it was probably Zach, my first dog. Zach or Malachi, I forget. We got George Springer signed with the Blue Jays. Giancarlo Stanton can't really stay healthy for a whole season, so probably won't make the Hall of Fame based on that, but I mean, he's still only like 31, 32, so we'll see. See how long he can go. Dave Stewart, another really good pitcher. I think I recently inducted him as well. But really put it together there with the Oakland A's. Won a World Series with them and also with the Blue Jays. Just really good pitcher. Funny guy on the Jay Johnstone's prank videos that he would do. He got him with the stinky microphone. It's got like smells like rotten eggs. It was hilarious. You guys can look that video up if you want. I'm sure it's on YouTube. We got Trevor Story, who I know I'm a Rockies fan, so I'm biased, but he is still one of the best shortstops in the game. I know the Rockies don't necessarily hit as well as they do on the road as home, but I mean, it's kind of like that almost for every team. I don't know why they just single out the Rockies. I mean, there's some players that are elite that, well, no matter what, hit well wherever they go. But yeah, so that's my little mini rant, I guess. And I got Darryl Strawberry. Of course, I have to include him in here. Injuries and substance abuse kind of derailed his career of what could have been, but still put up good numbers for the time he did play, and is deserving of definitely being in this binder, I would say. Seems to have, though, turned his life around, which is really good news. And it's kind of like a motivational speaker nowadays. I got Eugenio Suarez, who is a recent addition as well. Got a few cards of his from a Reds lot I got. We got Thor, or Noah Syndergaard. See how his 2021 goes. It's kind of been on the slide the last couple years, so we'll see with the rejuvenated Mets roster how he does. I got Fernando Tatis, just got a couple cards of his. I got these cards graded and sold them. But now I got a couple more rookie cards, so that's kind of cool. Mark Teixeira, kind of a cool player to watch. I remember him. Miguel Tejada, another, I guess, steroid user, but he was still pretty good. And so we just got 2.5 pages worth of his. We got Bobby Thompson, I'm sorry. Of course, hit the shot heard around the world. It's actually technically off an illegal sign stealing, but it was still a very famous home run. Got Louis Tion. I thought I had more cards than his, but I only have one so far. I got a few of his autograph, but not, I guess, non-autograph. Gleyber Torres, who's in trade rumors. Let's see how that goes. Of course, the Yankees are just stacked, so I mean, I guess only. Oh, I think the baseball cards haven't opened yet. There's some Angels, so I'm sure there's some Mike Trout cards in there. Then we got Tulo. I think he's Tulo and Trey Turner are the last one. So we got lots of Tulo. A lot of these came from Kim White, or not Kim. They came from Megan Thompson, and I think like guys like Wesker Griffin stuff, who sent me like Rockies packages and stuff. So they probably recognize some of these cards, I'm sure. So I've got a nice Tulo section there. So really cool. And then we ended off with Mr. Trey Turner. Of course, we picked that one up. Cool jersey card. So yeah, so that's it, guys. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and just definitely leave me a comment what you think and your opinions on steroid users of the Hall of Fame. So talk to you guys all later. I will see you with a TTM Mail Week recap here, either Saturday night or Sunday. So talk to you later. Bye.